What's up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. Kaboom. Yes. And, I'm in the last 3 weeks of my preparation for the Arnold Classic Europe. So I'm very excited, but today school started and I need to do some preparation for it. And I've actually been a lot more busy than I thought. A lot of things going on concerning the competition, concerning school, concerning other things. So it was kind of difficult to get really a schedule going. I need to plan everything better, but I will, because that's life. Nothing is perfect. Some things happen that you cannot foresee, and you gotta anticipate. You gotta change some things up. But anyway, I'm gonna make a planning on what I'm gonna post on what day on YouTube, on the channel, and some emails. I'm not getting to them fast enough. Usually, I was able to get to them every morning, but as you know, I do fasted cardio in the morning now, so I need to get up at least 45 minutes early. And then I have to go to school early, and in the evening I have to prep my meals for school as well. Normally, I spent most of my time at home because of the holidays, so I didn't really need to prep or need to get up at a specific time. So now my schedule has been pretty much cut in half. So you gotta understand that it takes a little longer sometimes for me to answer the emails, but I promise you, I will get to them. And uploading the videos is also going a little slower, but I will keep you updated because I still will put footage out there. I promise you that. Oh, and you may wonder, what the hell is this bike doing here? Well, the thing is, someone at, today I actually trained at a gym. In a different gym, and I recorded it. It was shoulder day, and you're gonna see it in just a few minutes. But this is a spinning bike, so basically, it's a heavy bike. So these are, a lot of resistance. This wheel, it's a lot of resistance. I can't even turn it right now. But this is to etch in the details in the glutes and the hamstrings and the calves, because that is usually my problem. Because from the back, my upper body looks great. Even in the off season, I'm pretty, ripped up there. But when you go down, that's when the problems start. But I gotta say, right now, overall, I'm the leanest I've ever been. Most of the competitions I've done, with exception of the very first one, was due to symmetry, mass, proportions, posing. I never was the most ripped guy on stage, but I had the most complete package. But this time I want to have the most complete package and be ripped as I can be. So that means striations in the glutes, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they are already there, especially in the morning, because you gotta realize that when you wake up, you lay down for 8 to 10 hours, if you're lucky, and then your fluids in your body, basically the water weight, has shifted to other places, mostly going into your muscles or internally instead of right under the skin, and it shows more definition, at least for me. So especially from the back, I've improved a lot, the hamstrings, the calves, and the glutes. Those are my 3 points that I really want to get ripped, and that spinning bike over there is going to help me do that. I'm going to try and record that a couple of times to show you guys exactly how I'm going to do that. Now, obviously, I'm in a calorie deficit, so I don't want to overexert myself on it, but, it's just for the touch-up of the legs. And I actually wanted to show you these 2 supplements. This is leucine. This is taurine, both by SciTech Nutrition. And why doesn't it sharpen up? There we go. Let me, this is the reason why I take these is because I'm in a deep cut right now, and I've mentioned to you guys before, I only use amino acids and BCAAs and stuff like that when I'm in a depleted stage like this, right I'm in right now. So, first of all, the leucine. What does this do? Well, this basically tells your body is the most important amino acid that tells your body to start protein synthesis, to basically start building protein, muscle protein, basically. So when you take this in addition, of course, to your other food, especially pre-workout and post-workout, when you do cardio, you limit the chance of using muscle as an energy source because this tells your body to build protein instead of burning it. So it's just a little touch up, a little help, to really ensure that you're burning the fat. And taurine, this is also pretty important. This is taken pre-workout. I take about 4 of these, which is 3,000 milligrams. That's one serving. And when you take this pre-workout, when you're depleted like I am, you may experience cramps here and there. And that's because of the potassium and sodium balance. And usually the potassium is lacking, compared to the sodium. But this buffers the potassium, basically. So it adds more potential potassium to your muscles, to your body, to your system, to help you contract your muscles better. So if you experience cramps, this is one of the first things you gotta try. Or you could simply try coconut water as well, or a banana pre-workout. That's actually the best option, of course. Natural foods has a lot of different minerals and vitamins, but when you're cutting, you just cannot add foods, for cramps or stuff like that, because it adds too many calories, too many carbohydrates. And I told you guys that I was going to upload a diet video, and I'm going to this week for sure. And it has all to do with the pre-contest diet, but it's also very usable for a regular cutting diet. But it works especially great no matter in what stage of the cutting phase you are, whether it's the beginning stage or the end stage of a competition cut. So that will be the ultimate bodybuilding diet, So I'm going to do that, and a lot of Q&As are coming up as well. But I'm pretty sure you guys are waiting for the workout. So let's do some shoulders. For the first time, military press. Let's go. Alright guys, it is time to kick off this shoulder workout with an exercise that you have probably never seen me do. The Barbell Military Press. Well, what I've done before is an incline military press in the Smith machine, but that was for the upper pecs. But what I have realized, and what a very experienced bodybuilder has told me, well, what he told me was, when I contract my chest, the upper chest, looks good. But you want it to look good always, especially on stage. They will, especially at such a high game such as the Arnold Classics, they will look at details. And obviously I'm not going to be able to build muscle in this stage, but it's good to start as soon as you can to work on any weaknesses. And what I've realized is, even though I work my chest a lot, the upper pecs, I still don't have the development that, for example, Arnold Schwarzenegger had, or that I wish to have. And I realize now that it's because I've never really trained my shoulders this way in years. So I never did the military press, which inevitably hits the upper pecs as well. Now, I cannot go heavy now at all. As you can see, it's pretty light and I'm already having trouble. Well, first of all, it's because I'm depleted, but second of all, it's because I'm not used to this exercise. But what we did was the regular military press in front of the face, you know, the regular one, and the one behind the neck to hit a different angle of the front delts. And what we're doing right now to finish off the front delts is alternating front raises. And, you know, I pretty much am doing them like Arnold and Ronnie Coleman did them in their, you know, what they show on Pumping Iron and what they show in the DVDs of Ronnie Coleman. Now, it's a great feel. Some people say stop when you hit parallel, basically, to the floor, but I go a lot higher because I feel that the higher you go, the stronger the contraction is, so I prefer to go a little higher than that. And yes, this gym is closed for the public, guys, so I have an excuse to actually train without a shirt this time. But the gym owner told me that it's actually important to sometimes do this, especially near the end, you know, before competition, because now you can see all the different muscles and the muscle fibers, and you actually see what you're training when you're pumped up. After you've done an exercise, you can see what muscles are pumped and whether you trained that particular muscle group correctly. And what you see right here is my dad helping me doing the side lateral raises. Noticeably, you can see me doing a lot of reps, a lot of volume, because I'm not trying to build anything right now. I'm just filling up the muscle bellies, filling them with blood, you know, stimulating the burning effect, and at the same time carving those details in the muscles, you know, stimulating those muscles to at least keep them the same size as they are and make them more responsive to the carbohydrates that I'm gonna eat after this workout. So these were wide grip upright rows, and those are as well for the side delts. So I like to combine the side lateral raise with something like a wide grip upright row, and the wide grip ensures that you target the side delts instead of the front delts and the traps. And now we hit the third part of the shoulders. We did the front, we did the side, and now it's time for the back. And this machine I like a lot. I don't know if a lot of gyms have this one, but I took advantage of it. And this is for the rear delts. It's basically a T-bar row. And as you can see, I'm going pretty, you know, pretty far with this. I'm really pushing myself because, you know, you cannot, if you do your best, you can never be disappointed at the end, no matter what your placing is. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna do my absolute best to get the best package out there on stage, presenting the classic bodybuilding physique that I've always wanted to show. But yes, this is for the rear delts, the posterior delts, and what I'm doing, the weight is not that high, but I'm really wanting to fill that small muscle group with a lot of blood. Hence why I'm doing drop sets right here. Even when you're off season, you shouldn't go too heavy because then your traps simply take over. You want it to be your rear delts, guys. And using a heavy weight will recruit too many muscles such as your biceps, your traps, your upper back and stuff like that. As you can see, I'm still using my traps and upper back, of course, but with a light weight you can isolate and focus much more on the muscle that you want to train. You know, and the gym owner of this gym is actually has given me advice on my posing and stuff, because in the last couple of weeks it is important to have someone look at you objectively, you know. Of course you see yourself in a mirror and you see a lot of progression, a lot of improvements, but what is important is that you don't fool yourself. You know, you can tell yourself, oh, I look great, I look ripped, I look full, but in the end it's all about what others see about you. You know, the first thing you will look at is your weak points, so you gotta make sure that you have none of them left. And this is the rope cable Facepulls, and the thing about this is that this Facepull is different from the one we just did on the machine, because the machine is locked in place, and this one you can actually kind of pull the rope apart at the end, recruiting more of the rear delts. And because it's not a pure row, it's basically a pull, and you're pulling your hands apart, focusing more on that rear delt muscle. And now it is time to finish off the shoulders, and we're gonna do that with some machine shrugs. What I'm doing right here is, you can see me focus on the stretch. I don't go down and straight up, but I go down, you know, do a very mini paused rep basically, and then go straight back up. This is basically to ensure that I don't use too much momentum to get right back up, and that the tension on the traps at the bottom is very, you know, strong as well, because the stretch in the traps is also what makes them grow, guys. Not just the pulling up, but the stretch, you know, the full range of motion. And I'm about to hit some poses right here, you know. The lighting isn't ideal, but it'll do. Pretty much depleted right here, so, you know, there's still a lot to be done. But anyway, I wanted to show you guys this. I hope you enjoyed this video, and there is a lot more coming, as I said in the beginning, so get ready for that. Thank you guys a lot for watching, and don't forget to stay golden.